Your phone is on.
I can go. Okay. Good morning, everyone. This is the, I'm going to do this anyway. This is the virtual public hearing on reissuance of Hawaii Administrative Rules, Chapter 50, Appendices A, D, H, I, and M of Chapter 1155 of the Hawaii Administrative Hearing Rules. The public hearing will begin at this point. My name is Stephen Jacobson. I'm the DOH's hearings officer, and for the record, it is Friday, November 18th, 2022 at 10 a.m. Hawaii time. There are certain housekeeping rules for this hearing. If you hear an echo, close your browser windows, except for the Teams meeting window. If you're experiencing technical difficulties, please call the Clean Water Branch's office at 808-586-4309. If you intend to give comments, please notify me that you would like to provide comments, and wait for your name or phone number to be called. This is not a question and answer proceeding. It's on provision to gather comments and questions that the State Clean Water Branch can look at and evaluate when making a final determination on whether to adopt the proposed rules and amendments or to change them before they're adopted or not adopt them at all. Okay, if we can go to the next slide, please. Yes, okay. If you want to display live captions, click on More, and then you get a drop-down menu that takes you down to something that says Turn on Live Captions. Please be aware that those are automatically generated by the Microsoft application, and the Clean Water Branch can ensure that the Microsoft Teams application is going to come up with an accurate caption, but you will get that caption. The standard again, it's appendix. The 5 appendixes are Appendix A, which deals the standard conditions that are for all NPDES general permits, and there's appendixes for different types of permits. Appendix D deals with discharges of treated effluent from leaking underground storage tanks, remedial activities. So if an underground storage tank is to remedy the leaks, and that's what Appendix D deals with. Appendix H deals with discharges of treated processed wastewater associated with petroleum bulk stations and terminals. Appendix I deals with discharges of treated processed wastewater associated with well drilling activities. And Appendix M deals with discharges from point sources from the application of pesticides. We'll now take public comments. To provide your comments, please raise your virtual hand. You can see in the diagram, in the slide, with the hand with the word raised upon it. Raise your hand that way and prepare to follow my instructions after that. You can only unmute yourself when I call your name. On a computer, you can click on the hand icon and then wait for the microphone icon. And as shown below, a white outlined hand means that your virtual hand is down, and the /1 means that you are muted. On a phone, please press *5 to raise your virtual hand, and then 6 to unmute yourself. Okay. Everyone, the entire testimony here will be recorded and transcribed. It's being recorded and transcribed right now. So we will go. We will now go ahead with the testimony. I see. We get up to them. Okay. The first, we'll just go in the order of the attendees that we have. The person at 808-260-5843. I'll be calling on you first. Please identify yourself and then say what you wish to say.
Well, there's no hands raised.
There's no hands raised?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Pardon me, I'm looking at the wrong icon. There are no hands raised. Is there anyone who wishes to raise their hand? Okay, call. All right, Mr. Montrose, please go ahead. I will turn your mic on, and then you can identify yourself and give the testimony you wish to give. It looks like his mic is not on. Can we please unmute Mr. Montrose?
He has to unmute himself. So
okay, Mr. Montrose, please unmute yourself. Mr. Montrose, did you I can't see the right of that. Mr. Montrose, if you wish to speak, please unmute your microphone. Otherwise, I'm just going to assume that you sort of hit the button by mistake or something and didn't really wish to testify. Is there anyone else who wishes to testify? Okay. Seeing no hands indicated.
I think it's Ted Metros. Is this
it's Metros. I'm sorry if I may have been pronouncing his name. But okay, but Mr. Metros. Can you please unmute your microphone? I see your hand up and I'm attempting to call on you, but.
So I think Gordon Lindquist has his hands up. We work for the same company.
Okay, okay, let's, Mr. Metros, let's pass on that. Let's go to. Oh, go ahead. Now I can hear somebody.
Okay, perfect. Hang on. This is actually Ted. He's just going to be talking from my computer.
Okay, and then is that Gordon who's going to be talking to you from your computer?
Ted talking from Gordon's computer.
Okay, go ahead, Ted, whenever you're ready.
Yes, this is Ted Metros with PAR Hawaii. And first off, I would like to thank you for making some of the revisions that we were looking for in terms of the designation of commingled streams with stormwater. But I did just want to reiterate some of the high points that regarding the terminal discharges that I don't believe got incorporated into the latest version of the proposal. Just a couple of those are the Appendix H criteria use the worst case scenario for the discharge criteria, which included inland discharges, but all of the terminals discharge to the ocean. So the basis of taking the worst case is inconsistent with the realities of terminal discharges. Similarly, we had a issue with wet weather flows and dry weather flows. And the Clean Water Branch has already made an important distinction and allowance for elevated levels of pH. And that convention appears to have been dropped on this go around. And yet the terminals really don't typically have any means by which of moderating their pH levels. And so principally what they're getting as part of their discharges is water associated with stormwater that gets commingled on certain occasions with processed water upon the release. And I think the last material highlight that I wanted to make is the adoption of some of the specific pollutant criteria, in essence, a BTEC suite is above and beyond what had been done for the organics, which are already being captured, and I think reasonably characterized. So it's adding another layer and definition that is making the permits more difficult to meet than, in some cases, 5 or 6 times more so than in the past. That's my recap for Appendix H.
Okay, thank you very much for your testimony. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak? I don't see anyone. Okay. With that question, with that testimony in, and it is now 10:12, so everyone has had it 12 minutes past the starting point to be in. I'm going to close the hearing just for, and thank you for attending, Mr. Metros, thank you for your testimony. Their written comments will still be accepted until 4:30 today at the Clean Water Branch's email or by postal mail, or hand delivered up at 2827 Waimano Home Road, Suite 2225, Pearl City, at the top of Waimano Home Road. And the website for that is Clean Water Branch at doh.hawaii.gov, with no dots between. Clean Water Branch is just run together. It's just a single word. Can we put up the slide, additional information slide too? There we go, thank you. And for additional, here's that email address. And that's the website for the Clean Water Branch, and well as the number for the Clean Water Branch. And for anyone who wishes to watch, we'll leave that slide up for half a minute or a minute. But otherwise, that will close the hearing. Thank you very much for your attendance and participation.